Good morning, everybody. My name's Luke Sullivan. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. Happy Friday. Happy first Friday of the National Western Stock Show down in Denver. Come see us. We've got a booth. We've got a ton of trailers set up down there. Have a look. Talk to our staff that's down there today. Let us know what you're looking for too. We've got a ton of inventory on the lot. Today we're going to go through one of those inventory pieces. It's a 4-horse Norstar Cimarron. We are a 7'1" tall trailer. We are a standard 6'10" wide, and we're 23 foot on the floor. So what you're getting out of this trailer, you're still on a pretty small package. So really easily maneuverable, really easy to get around town and get into some of those tighter trailheads, showgrounds. Just an easy gooseneck trailer to move around. So we'll get into first and foremost 2 5/16 inch B&W gooseneck coupler. Standard size on all these guys. There are some heavy duty upgrades that are using different sizes, but pretty standard there. Fully adjustable too. We've got a lot of adjustment in this, whether you're in the new later model trucks that have got those taller bed rails and taller beds and hitch heights. We can suck this up and always pretty much ensure that our trailers ride and level. So really important for that weight distribution on our axles to be riding level and make sure everything's working together as it should. So really nice, easily coupler system with this B&W system. We like this a lot. Big heavy duty safety chains as well. Please use your safety chains, folks. And then coming over to the other side, Cimarron does a nice job with these just to kind of keep that clutter out of the bed of your truck too. They coil this breakaway cord. So nice, again, like I said, you don't have all those cables and stuff like that hanging around in your bed. We do have your standard 7-pin connection. We've got it into a dummy box to run some lights for you to show those, but standard 7-pin. All our late model trucks now are running the 7 pins. And you'll see too, Cimarron's done a new standard feature with reverse lights in the back, and there's no change to your connection there. It's still that 7 pin. It's just always been a really underutilized system. So a couple add-ons to this trailer, kind of to stray away from that norm in very much the positive and ease of life aspect. First and foremost, we've got electric over hydraulic jack system. Really nice. Push of a button over here is our control. It's also keyed as well, so a little bit of added security with that. So keyed on and off, can take that key with you, obviously. Lock it up, and a lot harder to move this trailer around that way. Up and down feature, if you ever do have a dead battery or the system goes funny on you, you do have a fail-safe. A lot of older systems didn't have a fail-safe. If you had a dead battery, you were dead in the water. This is as simple as plugging in here and pumping it like a car jack or a floor jack in your shop to change a flat tire. So really nice feature, really nice fail-safe, like I said, again, if you ever do have a dead battery. Speaking of which, here's our 12-volt deep cycle. This is going to run our jack predominantly. It also, we get an added feature with adding this 12-volt cycle battery, deep cycle battery, is that we get to run all of our interior lights inside our stock area and our tack rooms, and then all of our floodlights and awning lights around the sides and over the rear load areas. So nice little added feature, even when we're not hooked up to a tow vehicle. We have a lot of customers that board their horses, of course, and they use their trailers as their tack room almost. So it's a really nice feature to be able to come out here, flip your battery disconnect on, run your lights early in the morning if you're grabbing a couple saddles out of there, flip it all back off, and then have that LED light capability, again, even when you're not hooked up to a trailer. Talked about a couple small changes Cimarron did in 25. Another standard feature now is a RedArc battery charge controller. Just really helps for that battery health. Kind of helps tell the truck, control what the truck is putting into that battery, whether you've got a low battery that needs to take more charge or your battery's almost topped up and you don't want to overcharge it. So again, housed in this nice little battery box as well, easily closed up. Again, that is lockable too. Matching aluminum spare wheel and tire, same size, same style. Really nice to have that matching spare if you are on your way to a big show for the end of the season, want to look your best, and you do have some kind of flat on your way. Pop this guy on and you're matching and looking good. Really nice too if you do want to add it into your tire rotation program too. You have that matching set. You can buy a little more life out of all your wheels and tires if you add that into that rotation. So we'll get into, first and foremost, kind of the biggest option and piece about this trailer, that we're starting to send a lot more of these down the road now. We're starting to have a lot more customer feedback on these trailers, and they really, really love this dual tack setup. So when we say a dual tack, we've got, first and foremost, we've got extra large tack room doors on these guys. But the dual tack aspect is we've got dual tack room doors on both sides, driver's side and passenger side, both the oversized, both with swing out saddle racks on these guys as well. We have a lot of families that have multiple siblings that are running horses, need a lot of that extra ability to carry a couple extra saddles, need that ability to tie either on this side of the trailer or on the other side, depending on parking. There's just a lot of versatility with these dual tacks and a lot of room. We'll walk inside this tack room, but we'll see there's a ton of space with these guys, and these flip out saddle racks are really versatile. We'll step up on the fold out step, work our way inside of here. Rubber matted floor inside. Easy to clean out, easy to sweep up, easy to keep clean and tidy. Working our way around to the front really quickly. Do have a boot box here on the drop wall. Nice spot to sit, nice spot for some extra storage. Carpeted, and then acts as a really nice step to get up into our gooseneck. Blank slate up here. If you're throwing a bunch of totes and trunks up here for storage, whether you're spending some weekends up here, you're doing a little trail riding and camping on the weekends, you can crack both of those side windows with Cimarron's insulated roof. You can stay pretty comfortable in these trailers. Or again, if it's just a storage spot for you, again, it's a blank slate, can do with what you want. Really versatile area and really open to whatever your needs are. One more thing about organization too, on our passenger wall too, we have a shelf, lipped shelf, so we're not going to lose all our stuff out of the top of it. Nothing's going to roll out. And then just below the shelf, get some stuff out of our truck, whether it's show coats and shirts, anything you want to hang there. Try and organize your life a little bit better, make a little more room for your passengers maybe in the back seat of your truck, and get all that stuff organized inside this tack room. Working our way over, we're looking at driver's side now. You'll see first and foremost, both driver and passenger side have an access switch to get some light in here. So whether you're running over, opening the door up on either side early in the morning, late at night in the dark, you can get this LED working, get your saddle racks flipped out. These guys are on gas shocks. They're a little stiff when they're empty and when they're new, but really nice. Have a soft close feature on them. And again, every saddle rack on these racks that Cimarron makes is infinitely adjustable up and down. We can also add the blanket poles that you see. We have those, a swing out version of those on our tack room doors, but we can also add a pole that will fit inside that track on these saddle racks, and you can move these up and down. Again, like I said, infinitely adjustable no matter what kind of spacing you want. That's really up to you. Cimarron does a really nice fully carpeted wall on this partition wall as well. So we'll swing out this little saddle rack real quick and give you a full look at that. The bridle racks that Cimarron does, these hooks are, they're really stout first and foremost. They're really tall as well, and they've got some depth to them. So everybody's pulled up to the show after a bouncy ride down a washboard road or some of the highways that we all frequent and found all our stuff in a big heap on the floor. And we really don't see that with the depth and height on these guys. And again, they're pretty stout too, so easily hang some extension cords and hoses on them as well. And then Cimarron does a really nice job carpeting this wall. So we've all seen the trailers with the swing marks and all the marks from the headgear and the metal on metal contact and the banging there. And then twofold, that's a really nice resale factor because this holds up really well to that. We're not going to see all those marks that we're used to seeing in our used trailers. And then secondly, it's a great sound deadener too. We're not going to hear and we're not going to pass all that metal on metal banging sound over across this wall into our horse compartment. And if you have one that's a little jumpy or is sensitive to that kind of thing, it makes a big difference with these trailers. Cimarron makes a big effort for safety and horse comfort and horse ride quality in mind. And really, between carpeting this for sound deadening and some of the plastic on metal latches that they do to quieten down some of those connection points, it makes a big difference in these trailers. So one more quick thing while we're inside, always have a lot of dead space, especially in these slant loads in that back corner over there. So put a High Country Plastics water tank in there, real easy to fill it from the top. We do include a hose for you guys. 10-footer, hook it up right to the bottom, just enough to lead it out, and fill up some buckets and offer some horses some drink if you're late in the season and people are turning off their water hydrants on you, or you're at trailheads that don't offer water. Really nice to be able to bring that on the road with you as well. So swing this back in so we can get back out. They do a nice wide door, so those swing really well, and then the step out as well makes a big difference on these guys too. I'm trying to channel a little bit of summertime vibes here, so I've got all our drop windows down right now on the hip side. You'll see added option on this trailer is the drop windows on hip. A lot of times we'll do the oversized bus windows and we can still move a lot of air with those. But if you're in the deep south and we're trying to channel a little warmer air today because we've got some cold fronts in and coming in, it looks like everybody else does too. But if you're still down south and you need to move a lot of air through these trailers and you have really, really hot summers, Cimarron does a great job with their insulated roof. They do a great job with these drop windows, and you can see the whole rear horse compartment back here is open air for the most part, the top half of this trailer. So again, you can move a lot of air through these trailers. Really nice feature to have the drop windows on this hip side. If it is January in Colorado and you're getting cold, obviously you can close all these guys back up, and you do have bus windows in these as well, so you can control a bit of air coming in and out of this trailer as well. Nice to be able to do this. We'll give this one more try. It's a little cold this morning and we detail all these trailers. It's not going to do it, so we've probably got a little ice buildup. But again, you have that ability to control the airflow with these. You have that ability to move some in and out of these trailers as well. Above those windows and just alongside of all the windows, you'll see our tie rings. We've got 4 this side. You'll see mirror image of that on the driver's side as well. So you've got some versatility. Again, with the dual tack, you can tie a couple over here, you can tie a couple over there. If you've got a couple that don't get along, really nice to be able to have that versatility and do that. And then above those windows too, you've got that awning light. We're all early mornings. It doesn't have to be a late night to be dark this time of year. So nice to be able to see what you're doing, light things up. And again, like we said, with that 12-volt deep cycle, you can run that even when you're not hooked up to your truck. Talk quickly about running gear. We're in Dexter, 7,000-pound Torflex axles, electric drum brakes on this guy. So just like a lot of trailers going down the road, make sure that your tow vehicle's got an integrated brake controller so you have control over these brakes. It's a fluid setting, ever changing depending on your load, road conditions, weather conditions, etc., etc. We talked quickly too when we were talking about the spare. We are on 16-inch aluminum wheels. Really nice look, sets apart from those steel wheels we're all used to in the past. And then Cimarron puts Goodyear tires on these trailers, and I think that speaks plenty of itself just in the name. But secondly to that, Lion's Head is also doing a program where 1 year, no questions asked, any kind of road hazard, any kind of flat or blowout, they'll cover you. Get yourself safe off the road, take some pictures for us, and we'll help you get reimbursed and back running down the road safely. So I think that speaks a lot for how Cimarron feels about these. That combined with their warranties, 8 years structural, 3 years bumper to bumper. Again, they really like to stand behind their product. Quickly, before we open up the back of this, you will see we are 60/40 split door. A couple quick features, like I said, Cimarron did the reverse lights in these taillights as well. So we talk a lot about horse safety. Cimarron's got a lot of that road safety in mind too, so they really like lighting these trailers up. They do 4 taillights across the board on the backs of these trailers. I like that a lot. And now they're integrating just standard on all Cimarrons, the reverse light as well. So much more of a convenience than a safety item on the reverse light, but the reverse light really helps you get in those spots at night, whether it's a familiar spot at home and you just know that reference point you need to see, or you're at a show that you haven't been to before and you're backing in, parking, and you need to have that extra light. helps quite a bit. Secondly too, this is a control for all of our floodlights and on-lane lights on the outside of the trailer and also our horse compartment as well. So easy switch right here, driver's side, walk right out of your truck, pop them all on, unload your horses, and you're set to go. Quickly as well, all our paddle latches on our Cimarrons are keyed alike. So drop windows, head and hip on this trailer, tack room doors and windows keyed, as well as the paddle latch back here on our rear entry doors. So really nice if you are parking in a hotel for the night or something like that, and you threw a couple tack trunks in there, you can still lock this up, have a little bit of security with that. Said 60/40 rear split on these rear doors. Open that a little more and it'll open for us. We'll tie this one back. You'll see first and foremost, this is a rubber matted trailer over Cimarron's 4-inch on center aluminum flooring. Best in the industry. If you would like to add worm flooring, we have a vendor just south of us, between us and Denver, that will add worm for you. It is a terrific product. It is a pour-in rubberized flooring that is non-porous. So if you're looking to eliminate rubber mats, we eliminate rubber mats. That is worm. That is something that we can add for you, and no more middle of summer pulling these mats out, pressure washing these out, getting covered in all that stuff, and then having to dry these mats back in and clean these out. The worm, good housekeeping, pressure wash them out once a year, nose them up and let them drain out, and you're good to go. Again, like we said, non-porous is the big key on that worm flooring, so doesn't let anything get down to your aluminum. Bit of good housekeeping and a good pressure wash out once a year, like we said. With the rubber mats, we suggest once a year, depending on usage, possibly more, pulling your mats, washing your floor out, getting a good look at everything, and going from there. So walking into the Cimarron, we've got 2 normal dividers with nice padding here. Our number 1 stall, we've done a nice big stud divider. We have a lot of customers that say, hey, listen, I have 4 horses at home. I really want that ability if I ever need to evacuate or need to get everybody on the road for some reason. I have that ability, but I love the idea of I show 2 regularly or 3 regularly, and I've got that extra storage, and that stud divider really enables me to throw some bales of hay in there, some muck tubs, whatever supplies you need, and ensure it's not going to roll under your horse's feet while you're running down the road. You don't have to tie it in and worry about bungee cording it to your wall and getting somebody to put some D-rings in and stuff like that for you. So there's a lot of added benefits with the stud divider, not just the obvious, I've got a goofy horse that's gonna try and do something funny if he rides with somebody. So a lot of versatility again with that stud divider. You'll see we're leaning pretty heavy to the passenger side right now. All of these dividers are springed. They're trying pretty hard for us right now, as much as we're leaning, and they're holding themselves pretty well. So again, we said Cimarron's got a lot of safety and horsemanship and horse handling and horse safety in mind. And that's one more thing that they've got in mind too, is when you're walking in these trailers, they're trying to do everything for you one-handed. So a lot of their latch mechanisms are one-handed design. Very easily pop in there and open these guys up. Obviously, when you're leading horses into a trailer, you've got a few hands occupied already typically. So nice design with that, and then the spring loaded, you're not chasing behind trying to hold these open, and even this big stud divider wants to hold itself as well. Looking around the inside of the trailer, rubber matted floor, rubber matted kick walls, front, back, side to side, surrounding us all about. Really nice added feature to these guys. Protects our horses, protects our trailer, helps our resale if that's something that is of interest, and really adds to the value on these trailers. Taking a quick look around, we'll see, we talked quickly inside the tack room about our insulated roof on our Cimarrons. So 1-piece roof, honeycomb design, has a really big insulation factor. We see on the lot in a hot summer day, on our asphalt lot, we see a 10 to a 15 degree difference between these guys and our competition. So big difference with those. And then you'll also see over each horse, and we've got 4 of them, is a 2-way roof vent. So summertime we can pop those open, scoop a ton of air over the backs of our horses, keep a lot of air moving through these trailers. And then wintertime, on a day like today, if you had 4 in here and you just had a couple bus windows cracked, you'd have a lot of warm air moving to the top of these. So nice to move some of that stale air out of the top of these and open those backwards and move some of that air, like I said, out of the top of this trailer on a cold day. Shut these guys back up. You'll start seeing, as we get that stud divider open or closed, some of the airflow that we get to the heads of these horses with the drop down windows. We've got jail bars in front of them, but they've got unlimited airflow really to flow through these trailers when you're moving down the road. We'll work our way to driver's side and have a good look at those and how they function too. But nice to see from the inside what they're seeing as well. And just above those drop windows too, we've got a hook on either side of that at our partitions. Nice to be able to either have the option to tie your horse's head, tie a hay bag up there as well, or one or the other or both on the same hook. So have some versatility with those, not just limited to one. And then this trailer has been optioned out with a couple D-rings if you want to hang some corner feed bags as well. Something we typically carry in stock at our parts department. Very easy to add on if it was something that interests you with this trailer. So we'll work back this, close this guy up as well. Typically build all of our slant load trailers just a little bit longer so that we don't have to do telescoping dividers on our rear horse. Just one more mechanism, one more thing to have to worry about. So if we can build them just that couple inches longer, that really it's just about an inch. Don't have to worry about that, and then can pin these guys flat against this wall if that's something you need to do. Cimarron does a nice big strap here instead of a bar on these full width trailers as well. A little bit less cumbersome than some of those bars tend to be. We'll close this door back up, work our way over to the driver's side. And on the driver's side, we talked a couple different things. Mirror image, we've got those tie rings, just like we said, all 4 right down the side. If you've got 2, you need to tie over on the driver's side and 2 on the passenger side. You've got that versatility. If parking doesn't allow and you've got to tie all 4 over here, you've got that ability to do that as well. Looking down the driver's side, you'll see horse 2, 3, and 4 have all got a really massive drop window. Like we said, move a lot of air through these. Horse number 1, we do an escape door on this as well. So we talked about using that stud divider as kind of a storage compartment, storage area. This really helps get into that storage area. We do a little bit of a smaller drop window just so we can fit in that escape door. And then we have access to that. Even if our horses are still loaded, we can get in there, we can grab a couple bales of hay, a couple bags of shavings to bed our stalls at the showgrounds before we unload, and we have easy access to them as well. You will see any escape door or man door that we do that shares its space with a horse compartment, we'll double latch. We'll do the paddle latch and this as well. Just a nice added little safety feature to ensure nobody's gonna do anything funny. Close these guys up. Like I said, it's a cold day here in Colorado. We're gonna just get colder. So we can always close all our bus windows up, close all our drop windows, crack a couple bus windows, and supply some ventilation to these horses. We don't want to close them in there tight. Even on your coldest day, you can build a lot of warmth in these trailers. So keep that in mind. But you've got those bus windows. You've got that ability to really regulate their temperature and keep them comfortable. Again, we talked mirror image, tie rings along those bus windows, awning light above them as well. So if we're tacking up, doing a little bit of work, doing a little bit of grooming, you've got that ability, you've got that light to shine on them as well. Now, our dual tack, we've got the same setup over here on driver's side as we do on passenger side. So swing out saddle rack. These swing out saddle racks down here on ground level, you don't have to get inside your tack room anymore and trip over stirrup leather stirrups and get hung up in the door frame. I'm a short guy and this is below my chest level. We can lower all three of these down. This one can go almost to the floor if you want. Very easy, ground level. Throw your saddle on here, throw your sads, throw your pads over there. We can swing that pad rack out. If you're camped out for the weekend, leave it flipped out, let some air flow over those. Hopefully they'll dry a little bit faster for you. Flip all this stuff back in. We do that oversized door so you've got that extra room. Even when you got this guy loaded with saddles, you can still step inside with that flipped out as well. So with that extra width in that door helps us out quite a bit. Fold this guy back in. Fold out step helps quite a bit. And then these pad poles are handy as well. Flip that out, load them up. Like I said, if you're camping out, leave it open. Get them dried out a little bit faster. We do a window above these doors as well. Add a little bit of ventilation. Driving home, you got a nice dry sunny day, can get some air moving through there as well. And then Cimarron does a nice job with these brush boxes as well. Great spot. Throw a couple spray bottles. They do a couple little drain holes and partitions in there, kind of help you keep organized a little bit. If you ever have a spill, hose it out. Really easy to keep your life clean. We'll close this door up, give you a clean look at it all closed up on the driver's side. 4-horse Norstar, dual tack. Really versatile trailer. Really getting a lot of feedback from customers that are families with multiple kids that are showing. We've got some father-sons that are running one that really like it and getting a lot of feedback by these, that customers are really enjoying what they have to offer with these. Couple added options on this trailer too that just make it that much more convenient and easy and fun to run and not a chore to hook up and get yourself down the road and go to a show, or if you're working too. So if you have any questions about it, please feel free to reach out to me. Luke.Sullivan@transwest.com. My cell phone's 859-509-1282. Feel free to call or text. Questions about this trailer, questions about other used, new inventory on the lot, we've got tons of it. Please feel free to reach out. If you want to reference this one specifically, pop on our site. Stock number is 5N241431. Hopefully you can stop down and see us at the stock show. También hablo español. Have a great day.